Have you ever got stuck trying to make a 120 character? Don't know what adornments put on your gear? Not sure what quests to do? A little like this? Cool, a box of free stuff! Oh, it comes with adornments. I wonder if they're in the right order. I don't know anything about them. That's a lot of quests. What even is this place? Alright, monster, time to die! Ah! Oh. Sneaky. Now to just get past him. Oh. Oh, not again. Oh no. If you've ever felt like this, don't worry, we got you covered. We'll tell you everything you need to know about outfitting a new 120 in EverQuest 2. The first thing you want to do as a fresh 120 is to go to Fortal Mist and get all the items out of the free box. While most people have this part down, the adornments you get on there to start with are not quite in the right order yet. You'll want to first equip all of the armor you got. You'll want to try to balance your stats on things you have multiples of, like primary and secondary and ranged. The stats you want to focus on are casting speed and reuse speed. Try to get them to as close as 100 as you can. The best way to do this is to remove all of your armor that you're currently wearing, because some of the adornments might conflict with each other. Once you have all the pieces on, you'll want to start replacing adornments. To do this, you're going to get multiple versions of the same item piece. These will include the helmet, any primary weapon, the belt, and the necklace. The helmet will give you potency adornments, the primary weapon will give you crit bonus, the belt will give you health, and the necklace will give you Symbata Spirit Stones. These Symbata Spirit Stones will replace the Sanctum Spirit Stones on your rings. To get these adornments off, go to your home city and go to your class merchant and get the Adornment Reclaimation, and while you're there, get Singular Focus as well. If you haven't done the Days of Summer timeline, or as it's more commonly known as, the Panda Quest, then you'll want to put potency in these armor slots. For your jewelry and your charms, everything should have crit bonus adornments. Your primary and ranged weapon can take crit bonus as well. For your cloak, shoulder, wrist, and belt, you want to put health adornments in them. This is a general setup for everything you can get out of the free box, but once you start getting into your class, you're going to want to customize a little bit. One way you can do this is by using the level 96 incandescent casting and reuse adornments. These go on a variety of slots and will allow you to reforge the casting speed and reuse speed over 100 into crit bonus. To get the items needed to make these adornments, I usually go to the Phantom Sea and go through the heroic zones or the Ossuary of Malice contested or Spoils of Maraud contested to get all the pieces. For tanks, there's a few options. You can go with the standard health adornments for your wrist, or put in hate mod or strike through. While you can use the scrolls of animosity and contempt to up your hate mod, sometimes those are too expensive for a lower level player. So getting hate adornments is a better option. Charms can hold combat arts, crit bonus, or Rageborne hate adornments. What you're lacking on your character will determine what you need. If you're getting resisted, try some combat art and increase the level of your spells. Different ones of these, like parry, weaponry, and defense, go in different slots. If you're losing aggro on targets to your group, you can do two things. You can increase your damage with crit bonus, or you can add more hate mod. As a fresh 120, you're going to get more use out of hate mod than you are crit bonus until you can reliably hold aggro with your damage, though you will have trouble holding aggro against high-geared players regardless. A hate mod over 100% will not help you. Everyone besides fighters will want to get a negative hate adornment for their hands. You might be tempted with ability double cast, but with zero hate mod and equally geared players, this could put you as second on the hate list, so if the mob drops aggro, they're coming right for you. Speaking of ability double cast, everyone will want to put this on their neck. Later on down the line, you're going to want to get these adornments as your blues. The Days of Summer or Panda Questline is a great way for people to catch up and allow alts. You can max out your Ascension abilities to level 20 and get the Tolran White Adornment set, and get some early teal adornments for potency. This will also allow you to level up one of your familiars a few levels and give you prestige houses, among other things. You only have to do this quest once for an account, and it will work for all of your characters. The next thing you should do is get your Epic 2.0 abilities. You can do this by going to the Blinding and going to the Recuso Tor village and then talking to the merchant in the main building. You can also go to Sanctus Saru and find this merchant in there. All you do is go in and to the left and it's in the first area. After you've done everything we've listed, head to the Library of Maris to get your Rageborne Insight adornment. This will give you 10 extra fervor compared to the one you get out of the free box. When you're here, you want to talk to the weekly quest giver that's a flying book. You want to do the solo outdoor. You'll need 2 of these to get enough coins to get your adornment. If you're a fighter, you're going to want to get 30 to 60 more of these. Once you've completed this, go to the south side teleporter on the bottom floor and go to the fabled Kale Jakel dungeon. This one might be difficult, but I did this video with the gear right out of the box just to show that it could be done. But if you're worried about it, you should bring a friend. It is a social game after all. Once you pass the first bridge, the corner is especially difficult because of the stun the enemies do there. Once you reach this merchant, you'll be able to buy your Rageborne Insight adornment. If you're a fighter, you want to get 2 to 4 Rageborne Aggressiveness adornments depending on how much hate mod you need. While you can't reforge the armor out of the box, once you start getting gear, you're going to want to reforge it. There's a video in the link above on how to do this effectively. You'll want to reforge everything that is reuse casting speed over 100 and any melee stats or mitigation or block into crit bonus. Ability double cast needs to be left alone unless you are over 224 naturally. To reforge an item, go to your local reforger, click show equipped only, click the item you want to reforge, click reforge, and then pick the stat you want it to come out of. Slide the slider and select crit bonus, and then reforge that. If you make a mistake, it's fine. Just hit restore, click the item you want to restore, and then hit restore. And then it will cost you a little bit of plat, but you can put it back to the way it was. After you're done with that, go ahead and knock out the storyline for Reign of Shadows. This will allow you to fly and get teleportation baubles, and most importantly, give all of your characters access to the new prestige abilities. There are 3 new prestige abilities that are very important. You have Body and Mind, which is the arm, which increases your health about 100 million or 375%. Ready Up, which is the hand surrounded by a red outline, which allows your abilities to refresh. And there are 4 different abilities in the lower left, based on class. For tanks, you have Power Through the Pain, which gives the group crit bonus and crit bonus overcap by a large amount. For casters, you have Fervor Overcap for the group, and for healers, you have Fervor Overcap and Flurry Multiplier. For scouts, you have Base Auto Attack Multiplier. This one is not recommended because it does not work on spell weapons. If you're doing this on an alt, you're going to want to enter Echo Caverns and head over to Shadeweaver to do your Cloak Quest. Just go ahead and jump off the side and you'll have your mercenary to revive you. Also, Undeath can help you with that. On your way, grab your Heart of Lucklin. Once you get to Charval, you're going to want to talk to Navahan. After that, follow the steps in the quest. Once you get in Edge of Ascuris, you can kill the first boss. Click the portal to get to the next zone. You can just run straight through. The second zone, you're going to need to kill everybody in the zone. So as you're running along, jump off the side, kill the one flying monster, then go around and clean up everybody else in the zone. Once you kill the boss and get through the portal, then you get to the final area. Equip your fantastic Gaffy, and then start fighting Shreysha. After you get him down a little bit, he'll start monologuing, and you'll have to kill some ads. After that, you need to talk to Navahan again. After you talk to her, she'll give you a crystal. Use the crystal in the quest journal. This will disable Shreysha. Then, right-click on Shreysha and take the staff out. Then use the staff. This will finish the dungeon, then Lucklin will appear and monologue. Once you're done with the dungeon, head out and jump off into the crater. Once you revive back at Charval, go into Charval, and if you've got an escape to the other side. It will lead you right to the door that is right near the quest turn-in, and then go talk to the Duality to turn in the quest. You will want to get the Whisper Woven Great Cape that will give you ability double cast. None of the other capes are worth getting at this time. After you've completed the storyline and got your cloak, the next thing you want to do is get your Celestial secondary. You can do this by finishing the storyline, doing all the side quests, and doing all the quests that require you to go into a solo dungeon. You will have most all of these done doing the SIG line already. After you're done with all this, you're going to want to do heroic dungeons to get your Torment Adornment. This comes from finishing all the kills in the heroic. Note that this was only Reign of Shadows and doesn't cover Den of Shadows or Vasty Deep. You also want to get into a Solo Sec Eye the Calling heroic dungeon. This will get you the Fires of Mystery from killing each boss in that dungeon. You can also get a 55 Fervor Adornment by killing each boss in all the heroics, the Library of Mrist. And that wraps up all the tips you need to know to outfit a new 120 in Reign of Shadows. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, or follow if you enjoy the content. Also, here's some other videos you might find interesting. If you'd like to support my work, please consider donating, buying some merchandise, or join Patreon. Thanks.